few spots of rain. The crossing lights are going.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
It's
just
not
the
too
odd spot of
bad.
rain, and we're standing in Belfast city centre, the Europa Hotel behind us.
Yeah.
And we just spotted that the Rotary Club of Belfast meet there, but on a Monday, and today's a Wednesday.
Shucks.
So we've missed it.
You
We've
have.
missed it. I've missed
You
it.
have.
And I'll spin the camera around if I can remember how to do it. So the Europa Hotel behind us, and looking across at the Crown Liquor Saloon with its very ornate facade. We may or may not have a beer in there a bit later on.
Sounds
but
good.
I think you've got your eye on Greg's for a cup of coffee.
We might. We'll be good.
Yeah, and we'll do that. So we just no idea what the name of the road is here. We probably ought to know what it's called, but I've got no idea. So yeah, we've just travelled down on the train from Carrick,
Yeah.
Fergus, haven't we?
Yeah.
So we'll go and see what they've got in Greg's. We're on Donegal Square, enjoying the fine views of the City Hall, and come across the Titanic Garden and the Titanic Memorial. And this is all part of this very much Victorian Belfast. That's all part of the heyday of Victorian Belfast. So we'll get some information on the City Hall. Bobbin Cafe. Oh yeah, that sounds quite good.
Let's go and find
Well,
it.
we'll go and have a cup of coffee, and then we'll have a wander around the City Hall and enjoy that. But the square here, Donegal Square, is pretty well the most central part of Belfast, I think. And so it's busy with the buses and the traffic circulating. And then the statues, well, the seagulls don't worry about paying too much respect to the statues. And we have epitomising Victorian Belfast, there is a statue of Queen Victoria looking, I don't know which way which way that's looking really, whether that's north or west, I'm not sure. Anyway. Yeah. We'll stroll in. It's always it's difficult, but it's exciting when you go somewhere you've not been to before, just trying to get any sense of one's bearings and just getting a feel for a place. And we're very much first time visitors here. There we go. It's a very, very fine building, the City Hall, so it's obviously the centre for local government for the area, and contains a museum and an exhibition and other things, so we're going to find out a little bit about that. So in the Bobbin coffee shop, and what have you got there? You got your the combination you like best. So it's a cappuccino and
Fruit scone, jam, and a little thing of butter.
a little bit of butter.
Hey,
I don't know how many. We've had a lot of scones
we have.
in Ireland, haven't we?
We have.
We've had an awful lot of scones, but they've all been really good.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very popular thing. And it was very noisy when we first came here. It's quietened down now, hasn't it? Because there's a tour group doing one of these tastes of island sort of tours, I think. So and they've just left. So let's have a look. And I've got an apple and cinnamon scone. So the main foyer at Belfast City Hall. It's going right up to the chandelier, right up on the top there. Well, it's a long way up, and it is magnificent with the different murals and friezes on the edge. The murals are fantastic, aren't they? You noticed the murals? Yeah. There's more stained glass up there, but yeah. Stained glass is superb, isn't it? So that first window relates to the Spanish Civil War, and this one is Celtic myths and legends. All sorts of different images in there. Not as Catholics or Protestants, not as nationalists or unionists, but as Belfast workers standing together. So this window is called the famine window. And the explanation is that it was commissioned to commemorate the plight of all those citizens of Belfast who died as a result of typhus and cholera, 1846, 1847, 1848, and they were laid to rest in mass graves in Shankill, Friarsbush, Clifton Street and Donegal Road graveyards. And this window relates to something which is a more recent controversy, which is it's called the Pathways Memorial Window, and it's actually dedicated to the memory of those whose organs and tissue were retained without the knowledge or consent of relatives and families following post-mortem examination. This final window commemorates or marks the 100 years of Belfast City Hall. So 1906 to 2006, with the tree with the sun rising behind it, representing hope and a new and continuing hopeful future, and lots of images, symbols of Belfast, inevitably the Titanic, the Harland and Wolff cranes, the big fish, scientific research and development, sport, writing, literature, agriculture, all sorts. So we've come through into a room that goes through the movements towards Home Rule and Irish independence. And this is in the City Hall, this is the table at which Sir Edward Carson mobilised support for the opposition to the Home Rule Bill in 1912. And the explanation plaque says that they hadn't got a big enough table. So this fairly rough and ready table was put together by local workers, and then draped with a big flag to make it look better, than it actually did. So there was a little bit of improvisation, but that's the photo. And again, there's some of the political, slogans from the time, and the concern that the North would become impoverished by Home Rule. Good. Follow you out. The doors are opening. Oh, it's warm. Yeah. Well, it is a good view, isn't it? It's warm though. Very warm. You see the hills. So where is this? The Victoria Centre? It's the dome above Victoria Square Centre. Yeah. You see the arena over there? Yes. Yeah, with the red brick and the grey roof. Yeah. It says you can see Stormont. Well, I suppose that's it's quite a way away. It's above on the hill. Yes. Yeah. See if I can focus in a little bit. So that's Stormont over there. So that's the Parliament building, and it's part of the Stormont estate. Now the sun has gone, and we're glad to be in here because it's absolutely cooling it down outside. Stair rods bouncing off the pavements. Is that right?
It is
something
indeed,
like that. Yeah.
apparently.
So have you enjoyed your time in Belfast?
It's been very good. I must admit, it's been most enjoyable, and we've managed to avoid being out in the rain so far
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, it's been splendid. We've dodged the showers pretty well, and we spent well over 2 hours walking around the museum and the visitor centre at the City Hall, which was absolutely brilliant, really, really good, covering the history of the city, but also a lot of the history of Ireland. Very informative, lots of items to see, very, very well balanced, very accurate, I think, very objective, very candid. And our plan is, I think, now just to go for another little stroll once it stops raining, and we're going to find something for a late lunch.
Absolutely, that'd be nice.
Early dinner.
Absolutely.
Are you going to have a pint of beer?
Pint of Guinness, I think.
Pint of Guinness, okay, that sounds good.
It does indeed.